Hello and welcome to Women's Magazine, where we discuss the concerns of women and give them a voice to decide the best for themselves. I am Khadija Tujuara and thanks for joining us. In today's edition, the Brikama Bojankunda Women's Kamben Kafu recently held a market launch ceremony supported by Njai Charah Wall Market. The event brought together members of the Kafu, community members, representatives of the Alcalo, religious leaders and officials from the Brikama Area Council. Speaking at the ceremony, Ismaila Jallo, the Vice Chairman of Brikama Area Council and Councillor of Suba Ward, praised the commitment of the Brikama Bojankunda Women's Kamben Kafu and urged members to maintain peace for the sake of national development. Let's take a listen.
Today, if I must confess, I am the most, grateful man. I'm very, very, very happy because what these women have done is unprecedented. These are the women who all the Gambian women should emulate. They have come up, they form an association which is only 4 months old, and they were able to produce this enormous project that it needs a commitment. Definitely, they need to be commended. They need to be commended. And I personally, I am proud of them. And I am proud to be a member of this community. Definitely, they have done a great achievement. The strategy that they have put in place to make these things happen, it's what they should, strengthen. Okay? They should have love for each other. Let them be in consultation with the area council. Any problem that they have, let them consult their ward councillor or their VDC members. Let us be, aware of each other. In the near future, I believe it will be more than this because council must support them.
Margaret Minda Gomez, president of the CAFO, along with Vice President Fatou Balde and Mariama Keita, expressed their satisfaction with the new initiative. Let's take a listen.
Today is the big day for me. I'm so happy. So I'm congratulating the women. I am the president of the Kamben Kafu. I am the president of the Brikama Bojankunda Women's Kamben Kafu. Yes, I'm very happy today. It's a beautiful day and beautiful environment. Wow. We have market today. We are opening the market today. I'm so happy.
Something is very important because we see many things and many strangers, alcalos, like Njai Charah, and then all the people, they come and attend this opening of our market. We are thanking them, and then we want the CAFO to hold each other without no problem, because we want peace. That's why we come together to maintain this CAFO as one family. My name is Fatou Basi Balde, and then I am the vice president of this CAFO.
My name is Mariama Keita. Today I'm very, very happy. We have market, we have everything here, fish, everything is here. So today I'm very, very happy. Thank you, GRTS, for coming.
Ramon Benga of Njai Charah Tailoring World pledged continued support to promote the welfare of the CAFO. Let's take a listen.
We are so happy to be here. We are so happy to be part of the honorable guest today. This market is a very great achievement for all women in the Gambia, especially this Bojankunda CAFO. We are so delighted to be here as one of the chief guests of honors. And Njai Charah sent me here as part of the family of the Njai Charah Wall Market. So his endeavor towards women is becoming something extraordinary, because Gambian women, he said, Gambian women should never lag behind. All what he has, be it cash, be it kind, be it energy, he will do it, he will spend it on women, so that Gambian women will be one of the best in the continent. So Bojankunda Kamben Kafu we are urging you people to be hardworking. Be glue yourself as one, be as one family, work harder towards this actually towards the progress of this market, because this market, it may start small, but inshallah in the near future it can be bigger than the Birkama main market. So women of this Kafo, we are urging you people to be to be um, to be to be family members, because one family, I believe that if you be in a family, you will be always glued together, and at least we will do our best to come back here and assist them in all other needs, inshallah. I am Dera Mumenga. I am the one managing the Nyai Tailoring Wall Market at Coastal Road.
Mai Bojang, a community member, highlighted the initiative as a great step in creating a market environment that will promote development in the area. Let's take a listen.
Thank you so much, Khadijatu Juwara, for the invitation. I live few meters from here. That's Birkama Jamisa Estate. It's a good initiative of the women of Birkama Bojankunda, Kambeng Kafo, for this wonderful initiative of having a market here. We all go to Birkama's main market for our shoppings, but if we have a market here, it's going to ease transportation cost for us, and also the time that we consume to go to the main market for shopping. So we want to thank GRTS, especially Khadija Juwara, for supporting these women. I want them to keep aside political differences, even though we have different tribes here. We have Manjakos, we have the Fulas, the Mandinkas. Let them come together and maintain as a one family.
Well, viewers, you reminded that you're watching and listening to Women's Magazine, where we discuss the concerns of women and give them a voice to decide the best for themselves. We now go with a short music break. When we return, multi-stakeholder committee on addressing female genital mutilation in the Gambia. Let's take a listen.
Today, we gathered at this significant multi-stakeholder convening and confront the crucial issue of female genital mutilation, FGM, in the Gambia. On behalf of Tango and the civil society organizations represented here, I want to emphasize the concerted effort we have taken to oppose the repeal of the Women's Amendment Act 2015, a crucial measure in protecting the rights and dignity of women and girls in our society. The recent attempt to repeal the Women's Amendment Act 2015 here in the Gambia have raised significant concern among CSO organizations committed to gender equality and protection of women's rights. Historically, CSOs in the Gambia have played a crucial role in advocating against sexual and gender-based violence and promoting women's rights, working tirelessly to sensitize communities with the importance of these issues. For a long time now, CSOs have spearheaded initiatives to raise awareness and provide support for survivors of SGBV. These efforts included community outreach programs, workshops, campaigns aimed at educating the public on the implementation of violence against women and the necessity of legal protection for women. Notably, the enactment of the Women's Amendment Act was a significant milestone that reflected years of advocacy, research, and grassroots mobilizations. CSOs have consistently lobbied for stronger legal frameworks and policy reforms to protect women, engaging with stakeholders at various levels, from local communities to national decision makers. Our persistent efforts have led to a greater understanding of women's rights and the need for comprehensive measures to combat violence. The Women's Amendment Act 2015 stands as a powerful testament to our collective resolve to eliminate this harmful practice. It embodies our unwavering commitment to safeguarding the health, well-being, and future of our daughters, our sisters, and our mothers. Over the past months, CSOs across the Gambia have engaged in robust advocacy campaign, raising awareness about the dangers of FGM and the significance of the bill in upholding human rights. Our initiatives have encompassed a wide range of strategies aimed at fostering community understanding and support. We have organized community dialogues that invite open conversations about FGM, allowing individuals to express their views and concerns. These dialogues have facilitated deeper understanding of the physical and psychological harms associated with FGM, breaking the silence that often surrounds this practice. Education and sensitization workshops have been a cornerstone of our advocacy, equipping community members with vital information about the legal frameworks that protects women's rights. By providing accurate information, we empower individuals to challenge harmful traditional practices and encourage them to embrace the rights enshrined in the Women's Amendment Act of 2015. Partnership with local leaders and influencers have been instrumental in our efforts. By engaging respected voices within our communities, we have strengthened our message and built trust. These leaders played a crucial role in shaping perceptions and can be pivotal in driving the abandonment of FGM. It's so close. We have also mobilized grassroots movements, empowering community members to take a stand against this practice. Our efforts have led to increased visibility and support for the act, as communities begin to understand that ending FGM is not only a legal obligation, but a moral imperative. As we continue the discussions around this vital legislation, we must remain vigilant and united. We have stopped the ban on FGM, which would have not only jeopardized the progress we made, but also diminish our commitment to ensuring that every woman and girl in the Gambia can live free from violence and discrimination. It would signal a retreat for our hard-won advancements in the fight for gender equality and the protection of human rights. Therefore, we call upon all stakeholders gathered here today, government representatives, community leaders, healthcare workers, and our fellow activists to stand firm in support of the Women's Amendment Act. Together, we can amplify our voices, strengthen our advocacy, and work collaboratively to create a society that values and protects the rights of women and girls. Let us harness the momentum we have built and ensure that our messages resonate far and wide. We must not only advocate for the preservation of the Women's Amendment Act, but also commit to its effective implementation. This requires ongoing education, awareness, campaign, and robust support system for those affected not only by FGM, and also other forms of sexual and gender-based abuses. I'd like to thank you for your dedication to this important cause. Together, we will continue to make strides in the fight against FGM and build a brighter future for all. Together, we can foster a culture of respect, empowerment, and equality for every woman and girl in the Gambia. I thank you.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here in Banjul, to be part of this multi-stakeholder convening. It is also a privilege to co-convene this meeting with GAMCOTRAP and the NGBV Alliance and Tango, as this is your home, and more than us, you understand the context and where the shoe pinches, as we say. As Equality Now, however, we have a common bond, the bond of human rights, which is the same no matter where one is on this continent, or no matter where one goes, and which brings us here today for this forum. Our mandate as Equality Now is to champion the rights, the human rights of women and girls, to ensure that they enjoy their rights equal to their male counterparts. As such, and as an organization and members of this coalition or loose partnership that convenes this meeting, we are here to map out together the next steps we need to take in the short, mid-term, and long term to protect women and girls in the Gambia from FGM moving forward. The threat to the anti-FGM legislation here in the Gambia, that's the Women's Amendment Act of 2015, was simply a manifestation of a broader anti-rights wave that if we are not careful or keen, can push back on the rights of women and girls, not just here, but across the continent and indeed across the globe. Before the parliamentary process, we were yet to witness a pushback on the law. Previously, there's been pushback, but before this process, we have not seen or witnessed before a pushback on the law. Now that the parliamentary actions have reaffirmed the law's importance with the rejection of the repeal bill in July 2024, we still have other challenges that lay ahead of us. Please allow me to elucidate at least 4. The first is a more obvious one, which is a litigation in court that still seeks to remove the law that is protecting women. The second is our strong cultural norms that oftentimes are good, but in this instant, these norms hold that FGM is a necessary practice. The third is misogynistic and patriarchal systems that insist that women and girls are less. And the fourth is an organized anti-rights wave that seeks to deprioritize the rights of women and girls and influence a sentiment within the continent that there's a competition between men and women as regards rights. Whilst we, as I've said, never anticipated a need to defend the law, moving forward, we must map out strategies to defend the law. And so for the next 2 days, I wish to propose that we map out strategies, firstly, to protect and defend the Women and Men's Act of 2015 so that it, in turn, can continue to defend and protect us as women and girls. Secondly, we must strategize on how to enhance effective implementation of the law so that the practice of the law becomes the new culture, the new norm. Thirdly, we must strategize and plan on public and open conversations to raise up the issue and the harms that FGM visits on women and girls, and its implementation being what is the most prioritized. We must raise awareness amongst elders, amongst young people, amongst women, amongst girls, amongst cutters, amongst everyone, so that the public itself can lead this charge against FGM to counter any thought of taking back rights enshrined in law. Fourthly and finally, we must foster collaboration among government and civil society organizations and amongst the media to ensure through a multi-sectoral approach we prevent the practice of FGM, but we respond to it in the event that it happens. And seeing as all these actors are represented here today, we look forward then to excellent deliberations to map out the way to protect the rights of women and girls here in the Gambia, here in Africa, and from here to the world. I thank you all.
Prior to amending the Women's Act to include Section 32A and B, criminalizing FGM, a lot of engagements were conducted from community, institutional, and policy levels involving entire communities. This resulted in the reduction of the prevalence of FGM from 90% in 1990, with regional variations, to 76% in 2013. FGM became a household word discussed in various fora and no longer considered a taboo as before. Over 500 communities in the Gambia have abandoned FGM through public declaration. Some of its achievements were as a result of the work of the government of the Gambia and the joint UNFPA-UNICEF program on FGM, which I coordinated for 9.5 years. The attempt to repeal the law that prohibits the practice of FGM in the Gambia through a private member bill was indeed a momentous period in the history of women's rights movement in the Gambia. Under the leadership of the government of the Gambia, a cabinet subcommittee was established which engaged National Assembly members, both the majority and the minority caucus. This began at the level of the presidency, at which the majority leader and some members of the National Assembly were engaged by the president himself. The initiative encourages an empowering and community-led learning journey in which girls and women will realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to the development of their communities and the nation as a whole. With concerted efforts and support from all stakeholders, the communities can create a more inclusive and equitable society where women and girls are valued, respected, and empowered and empowered to thrive. In this drive to protect the welfare, health, and well-being of women and girls, the Gambia will continue social mobilization efforts at the community level on the health and reproductive health consequences of FGM, as well as the human rights violation of the practice, while at the same time popularizing the law, defending the law, and implementing the law. Efforts to advance gender equality require improved coordination at the interministerial level and across different state and non-state actors. The Gambia wishes to express its appreciation of all development partners, non-government organizations, NGOs, and civil society organizations, CSOs, for their continued support and reiterate its strong commitment to advancing gender equality and protecting the rights and well-being of women and girls in the country. I want to thank very much Equality Now, GAMCUTAB, NGBV, and Tango for organizing this forum. I want to emphasize the issue of partnership. For me, it has become a household word. We must work in partnership. And I keep reiterating this. There is no way in which we can achieve anything if you work in silos. So if you want to work in the area of FGM, we don't have a choice. We must work in partnership, and government has to be in the leadership, in the driving seat. Government was in the driving seat. That was why we have been able to, we have to be able to uphold the law. If government was to relax, there's no doubt nothing would have moved. And it was very clear, and everybody knows that. So I want to reiterate once more that we must work together. Working in silos brings us nowhere. When you work in partnership, we are able to bring together the few resources that we have and our skills, and we can make a big change. When you work in silos, we just waste resources and we cannot make any impact. So I want to, once again, as I've always been saying, government and CSOs must work together with the development partners if you want to effect change. On that note, I have the singular honor to declare this meeting open. Thank you very much.
Well, viewers, you reminded that you're watching and listening to Women's Magazine, where we discuss the concerns of women and give them a voice to decide the best for themselves. This is all we have for you tonight in the special edition of Women's Magazine. Thanks for joining us and have a pleasant day ahead.